Hey, how you doing there again, folks? Me again, of course, Brandon Wenzel. Come back at you, another offering off my sampler platter. Yes, indeed, folks, I'm Platter Video, series of videos I'm going to do for a little while now. I go over there, try out food and drink items. The stuff I drink, stuff then I talk about the stuff, folks. You know this. That's why you're here. Because you know that I'm going to provide you with the information about the things that I'm about to try. And hopefully in a meaningful, semi-cohesive way. I might try to throw in some jokes. I'm going to ramble. I'm a rambler. But ultimately, what I'm trying to do here is to go over there and present to you not the best possible review because, I'm not that guy. But at least a semi-competent review of whatever the hell it is that I'm about to eat. Hooray! And that's why you're here. What am I, or where am I? I'm in the truck. So I found a thing on the way to a place, and that's the case. That's why I'm a little bit grody. Grody work shirt. Got out of work. Found some stuff. One of the things that I found, that I did in my last review, so go watch this one. Boom! This is the, brown sugar cream cold brew from Dunkin Donuts. Go watch that video if you're interested. Should be the one before this one, as long as I do them in order. I could mysteriously vanish in between these videos, in which case, then you never get to see part 1 or part 2. Who knows? But while I was also out at Dunkin', I found another thing to try. What other thing? Boom! What the hell is this? This, folks, is the tomato pesto grilled cheese. This seemed really good to me because I went over there not too long ago. I did the, Dunkin' has avocado toast, and I did a review of their roasted tomato avocado toast, which, go watch that video if you're interested, but I really enjoyed it, if you just want the Cliff Notes part of it. So this seemed like a nice extension of that, because it seems like they're going in on the roasted tomato stuff. I love roasted tomatoes. I don't think they get the credit they deserve. If you're ever over there, you do you, folks, but, hey, you're watching my goddamn show. If you're ever over there and you're looking for, some pizza toppings that maybe aren't, your standard, add on some fresh tomato. You would be surprised what it adds to the overall experience of a pizza. For me personally, go over there, get some fresh tomato, get some fresh garlic, get some beef. It's fantastic. One of my favorite pizza combinations. So, if you're interested in other pizza combinations, let me know. I'll wine and dine you on the pizza combinations I've come up with. It's not that many. But this, I'm not going to lie, smells delicious. The whole time I was doing the review of the cold brew, my brain was like, eat the sandwich, eat the sandwich, eat the sandwich, eat the sandwich, eat the sandwich. Because it smells really good. Looks like we've got some sourdough. I think that's typically the bread that they use for their breakfast stuff. Then, looks like we got some ooey gooey cheese. Maybe mozzarella. It's like a white cheese. Maybe it's like a cheddar or something. Now, cheddar is yellow, right? I don't know. And, looks like... Okay. Well, we got the I'm guessing roasted tomatoes. And then it looks like we got some pesto. It smells so good. Like, it smells like gardeny. Like if you've ever gone over there, if you've been fortunate enough, maybe have friends or family, or maybe you personally do it yourself, like a fresh garden smell. Oh man, it's fantastic. I personally do not have the goddamn patience to deal with that stuff, but kudos to everybody who does. I got a friend who, his mom goes over there. I don't know if she does it so much anymore, but she used to grow her own peppers and stuff, and oh man, they're fantastic. If she ever goes over there and starts doing the stuff she was doing again with that, I will 100% feature it on the show, provided that she's okay with it. Because man, oh man, she would go over there and make these. She would make these jellies and stuff like that. She jalapeno pineapple jelly. Oh my god, it was wonderful. Let's try this thing. I'm gonna go in right for the tomato, because One thing I will say, the tomato dispersion seems a little bit uneven. So, because it's like I got quite a bit of tomato at the back, not as much in the front. So let's go in. That might have been the least sexy thing I've ever done in my whole life. It's so good. Seriously, my only point of contention with it is that when you toast like sourdough or rye or something like that, with the, I'm not somebody who likes to cut off the edge of the bread. If you want to do that, good on you. Not my jam. I want the whole thing. But when you toast it on a bread like this, man, it can get a little bit stiff. So, and it's you saw me struggle. Right? I'm clearly somebody who knows how to bite and chew things. You'd like to think. But once I got past that, that was so good. And I was expecting the tomato to be good. And it was. It was very tomatoey flavored. Which sounds stupid when you say it. But if you've had really good tomato, you know, especially like roast tomato, where it's, when you go over there, you roast the stuff, you bring out the flavor, it becomes so much more pungent, so much more potent. It's a whole other experience. And it did that wonderfully. But then on top of that, the grilled cheese aspect of it, the cheese, was just like, it was that perfect cheesy consistency, you know? Just, it's got some give, you can, you know, feel it. It's got just the tiniest bit of bounce back, just the tiniest bit. But it's, you're going to, you know, bite through it. It's not, you know, rubbery or anything like that. And it's just this wonderful, cheesy tomato. And, folks, it's basically a pizza. That's what the hell it comes down to. So, and it sucks because the bread itself, otherwise, is perfectly soft. It's just the outside, I think they overtoast a little bit. Maybe I just have really weak-ass jaw. I'm going to try. Let's get a little bit with just the pesto on it. Yeah, the pesto, it's definitely kind of the undercurrent between the bread, the tomato, the cheese, and the pesto. Out of the 4 ingredients, it's definitely number 4 on the list of the overall flavors. But what I think it does, it adds like a nice kind of, because it's a fairly subtle pesto, but it adds a fairly nice kind of freshness, and I think it helps amplify the roasted tomato flavor against the rest of the sandwich, because the cheese is actually pretty properly cheesy. Like it tastes really good. I'm guessing it's probably some type, it's gotta be like a mozzarella or something. But the cheese is actually really good. It's really nice and cheesy. The pesto, having that as a base for the tomato to work with, I think it helps keep that freshness taste to it. You know, again, fighting against the cheese, fighting against the sourness of the sourdough. Those 2 components are working together to go over there and, you know, keep that sort of gardeny, fresh kind of taste that, you know, it smells delicious. It is delicious. It's really good. And I fully commend them because I've done a fair amount of items from Dunkin' at this point. And even before I was doing reviews, I would occasionally pick up Dunkin' stuff. Dunkin' always had interesting breakfast items, But typically, they didn't really do that much for me. They were fine, but they tended to kind of lack in flavor compared to, something like McDonald's, something like Wendy's. So I'm happy to see that not only are they going over there and amping up the flavor, but they're doing it in a way where, they're not just going overly sweet with it or something like that. They're like, hey, let's go over there and put some veg in this, but let's make it really tasty veg that's going to stand out, that's going to, really jump on the palate. I really like this sandwich. I really enjoyed their avocado toast with toasted tomato or roasted tomato. This is like a nice extension of that, but it's also very much its own thing. And was another thing I was a little bit worried about. Am I just basically going to be getting the same thing except, instead of one piece of toast, 2 pieces of toast? But no, it's a really nice item, and it's something where I could actually see myself going over there and going through the drive-thru after work, picking it up periodically, not only because it's tasty, but because it does taste lighter than, going and getting a McGriddles or, a honey butter biscuit, or, what have you, Burger King, what the hell ever. So yeah, I genuinely commend Dunkin in this regard. I think they've done a really good job of keying in on something where it's definitely something unique for them. And it's something where it's like, hey, yeah, we've got somewhat similar offerings to McDonald's and, Wendy's and Burger King. We've got our sausage stuff and everything. But we've also got this. And they don't have that. And it's unique and different enough that, at least for me, it stands out. And it makes me want to go there just to get that item. That is what a really good item should do. So, for that reason, it definitely gets my recommendation. If you're, if you're not in tomatoes, then it's probably not going to be your bag, but I would think that for most people, if you were to try this, you would enjoy it. And again, as a breakfast sandwich, I think it's really excellent. I really do. I'm a lifelong McGriddles fan. Ain't no two ways about it. I would honestly, especially at this point in my life where I am trying to, not be as unhealthy. I'm not going to say healthy. That would be giving myself way too much credit. But I would not only be willing, but I would be more than happy to get this over a McGriddles. Not every time, but as a semi-regular item, I would go for this over something like that. So, anyway, folks, that's going to do it for me on this review. 5 things before I get out of here. Have yourself a great rest of your day, spectacular rest of your week, monumental rest of your month, stupendous rest of your year. If you can go over there and have yourselves a roasted tomato rest of your life, folks, because roasted tomato is fan-fucking-tastic. Oh, yeah, I said it. Very final 2 things, folks. Number 1, try to bring some positivity in the world. It's not always possible. It is, however, always appreciated. But you can't do it all the time. I know I can't do it all the time, folks. Here's what you do. You try not to be an asshole. Okay, you're not always going to succeed. It's just not going to happen. But, you're a human being, frontal cortex and all that such and everything like that, try to mitigate the level of assholeness in your life. It's not always easy to do. We got bills, we got stress, it's a million things, folks. We live in a crazy world. But, take that time, do a little Tai Chi exercise in between, and just kind of dial it back. Mitigate the level of assholeness in your life. Very final thing, folks, do the thing. Whatever the thing is for you, that's what I want you to go out and do. Maybe you're going to go over there. Maybe you're going to try this sandwich. And maybe you're going to love it just as much as I did. And then maybe, if enough people do, they'll keep it on the menu, which would be great. And then maybe it goes over, gets a little publicity. Maybe becomes a staple breakfast item. Does some good business for Dunkin'. Maybe they go over there, they bring back the Dunkin' guy. Right? Remember, there used to be a Dunkin Donuts guy that kind of looked like Mario from Super Mario Brothers. Maybe they bring back that guy. Who knows what happened to that guy? Maybe they couldn't afford to go over there and keep paying him because we weren't buying enough of their sandwiches. Let's help that guy. Or conversely, you could do something completely different. Like, you know what? Go over there. Hey, maybe you're into music or something like that. Go over there, record yourself singing or doing some stuff or playing an instrument or doing what the hell ever. Music is awesome. Bye.